Think of pay-as-you-go licenses, kind of like a corporate taxi account. You literally only pay when your employees actually take a ride. But if you've got someone taking a taxi every single day, it quickly becomes way cheaper to just buy them a company car. We're going to look at exactly how to figure out who needs the taxi and who needs the car when it comes to Microsoft 365 Copilot usage. Section 1. Monitor pay-as-you-go usage. To start us off, monitoring usage simply means keeping a close eye on what your teams are actually doing so you can optimize costs and prevent any of those unpleasant billing surprises. Because in a pay-as-you-go model, your charges fluctuate based on actual use, unlike standard licenses where the costs are totally predictable every single month. So the administrative cycle involves monitoring your data, understanding the dashboards, and converting users as needed. From a technical standpoint, you're using real-world billing data to see how Copilot is truly being adopted. For instance, if you discover that only a small handful of HR staff is using Copilot, you might decide, hey, let's just leave them on pay-as-you-go. Conversely, if your engineering group is consuming it daily to summarize Teams chats and generate technical documentation, well, then full licenses make a lot more financial sense. For the AB 900 exam, definitely remember that monitoring isn't just a financial safeguard. It's absolutely crucial as a foundational planning tool for intelligently scaling your AI adoption without overspending. Let's unpack the logic here to see how monitoring actually transforms raw usage data into an administrative action. Your input is the raw Copilot use across the organization. The process is your ongoing cost analysis, and the final output is your review and subsequent action, like moving a high-use pilot group over to a permanent license. Without this regular process, it's incredibly easy for costs to escalate completely unnoticed. Let's assume you configured a policy allowing pay-as-you-go access for a small pilot group. If that group later expands or their usage spikes unexpectedly, you are going to see a rapid rise in costs unless you have this optimization process firmly in place. Section 2. Billing dashboards and alerts. Imagine you install a smart home energy meter that shows your overall power usage and warns you if you leave the air conditioning running all day way before you get a massive electricity bill. Well, billing dashboards and alerts serve that exact same purpose for your Copilot environment. Let's clearly divide our two main tools. The Microsoft 365 Admin Center gives you a simpler, high-level, subscription-focused view. It's your very first stop for basic subscription management, like checking invoices or active licenses. On the flip side, Azure Cost Management gives you granular, deep analytics, forecasting, and customizable alerts. This is a crucial bit of AB 900 exam relevance, so listen up. You must be able to sharply contrast these two portals. M365 is for quick summary checks, while Azure is for deep analysis, budget tracking, and trend reporting. Together, they give you both the summary and the deep dive. Let's see how Azure budgets actually work technically through this flow. A user consumes a service, which interacts with an admin control, resulting in an automated action. So for example, suppose your IT team sets a monthly Copilot budget of $2,000. By creating an Azure budget and alert, the admin control is configured so you automatically get an email when usage hits 80%, or $1,600. The result is a notification that gives you critical time to investigate whether usage is spiking due to increased, valid demand, or maybe an accidental misconfiguration, all before it becomes a major problem. Section 3, Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Using this center is honestly a lot like glancing at your monthly credit card statement. You're really just looking at the top-line numbers to make sure everything looks broadly correct. You're not necessarily digging into the granular details of every single transaction. Here are the plain English steps for basic subscription management inside that portal. First, you navigate to billing, then bills and payments, to check current and past invoices so you can compare month-over-month trends. Second, you view your active licenses to locate Microsoft 365 Copilot, specifically the pay-as-you-go version, and confirm how many are assigned versus available. Third, you review your active users to ensure only the intended groups have access, preventing unintentional expansion. And fourth, under org settings, you can actually set up high-level organizational usage reports to get regular email updates. Now, let's ladder this right up to the AB 900 exam logic. If a question asks where you would go to view your invoice history, check your payment trends, or confirm available license capacity, the answer is always the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You input a request for a basic health check, the portal processes it, and the output is a high-level overview of your subscription status. While it doesn't offer advanced analytics, it is absolutely your essential first stop. Section 4. Cost Management Dashboards. Let's move over to Azure Cost Management. Think of this like a retail store manager drilling deeply into their inventory system to see exactly which aisle and which specific product sold the most on a random Tuesday afternoon. Navigating this portal involves a very specific click path that you definitely need to understand. First, you set the scope at the very top of the screen to ensure you're looking at the right billing account and subscription. Next, you apply a filter, specifically selecting service name and choosing Microsoft 365 Copilot PAG so you're only seeing relevant costs. Then, you adjust the time granularity. And finally, you use the group by function. You can group by a resource, a tag like finance or legal, or even by user principal name to break down exactly who is consuming Copilot on an individual level. Let's define time granularity really clearly. Viewing data daily is perfect for spotting sudden unexpected spikes. Viewing data monthly is best for tracking long-term budget trends. As a real-world example, let's say your finance team is only supposed to use Copilot for quarterly reporting. If you select a daily time granularity and suddenly see a massive daily spike in January, well, that instantly tells you someone outside of finance might have been misconfigured and is currently using the tool. This perfectly highlights another major AB 900 exam focus. Look at the key terms we're dealing with here: deep analytics, exporting, and alerts. If a scenario requires you to export data to a CSV or export it directly to Power BI to build a detailed dashboard that justifies which groups should move to permanent licenses, that is exclusively an Azure cost management feature. The input is raw data, which gets processed into advanced reporting, outputting a clear financial justification for your departments. Section 5. Monitoring scenarios and practices. Applying these monitoring tools in the real world is honestly a bit like adjusting employee shift schedules in a busy BPO call center based on which seasons predictably have the highest call volume. You just have to adapt your strategy to the patterns you observe. Let's map these specific scenarios to real-world outcomes. First, if finance only spikes during March, June, September, and December during their reporting cycles, keep them on pay-as-you-go. It perfectly fits their pattern. Second, if your operations staff are generating consistent costs every single day, that steady pattern suggests they should be switched to permanent licenses to save money. Third, if you see an unexpected daily spike, investigate that immediately. You might find a test group was accidentally given unrestricted access, and you can just remove the assignment before costs balloon. The absolute best practice to remember: make a habit of doing a quick check weekly in M365 and a deep dive monthly using the Azure portals. We'll wrap up on the final administrative action, which this flow ties perfectly together. A user consistently consumes the Copilot service on a daily basis. The admin control kicks in. You recognize the pattern, you head over to the marketplace in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, buy the required number of permanent licenses, and reassign those users. The final result: significant savings for the organization. So the ultimate question is this: are you currently letting your teams take the taxi every day, or is it finally time to log into the admin center and buy them the car?